Yeah, so we made a video on the whole iDubbbz situation, and I thought we were being pretty fair with what we were saying.
I thought it was a pretty tame opinion, to be honest. Like, it wasn't like a hot take. It was pretty lukewarm at best. I'm just going to talk about like the most liked comment, because after we were done recording, we even mentioned this. Why is everyone ignoring her flirting with Chris Ray Gun and her acting like she wants to be with him instead of Ian? LOL. We didn't talk about that because that's not our business. We don't know what's happening with that. We don't know if they are genuinely friends or if anything ever happened. We don't know. And personally, I don't care, because that doesn't have to do with the situation.
And honestly, like, that was like, what, 2 years ago that she kind of flirted with him?
Yeah, like, because I remember, because I saw a meme, and then I clicked on that meme, and in the replies, I saw a picture of a tweet that she posted in 2017 of like Chris Ray Gun with his shirt off, and then she put like heart eyes emoji or something like that. Yeah. And that was like 3 years ago. Or 4. No, 3. Yeah, 3.
Yeah, it's so dumb. But anyway, yeah, we don't really know anything about that, and I think people are just jumping to conclusions, which is stupid.
I'm confused why everyone is intentionally missing the point. I don't think many people are actually mad about her making an OnlyFans. I could care less. Whatever floats their boat. People are mad because she is being a hypocrite and is shown to have done some pretty shitty things. A comment on I saw on this video says, Ian has critiqued people for lazy content for okay, he's not writing good. Ian has critiqued people for lazy content for money without any integrity. Now his girlfriend is basically doing the same thing for a quick buck. But I really want to stress that it is his girlfriend is the bigger problem, not Ian. Oh, it's his girlfriend that's a bigger problem, not Ian. And I mean, I guess you could make that point that she's done shitty things in the past, but at the same time, like, why does it matter? I still don't get why that matters. Like, people change views, you know?
Yeah. And what has she done? They didn't even list anything.
Well,
you know, if you're going to call out someone, you're going to have to tell us what they did.
I guess the only reason they didn't is because it's quote unquote common knowledge that of a lot of shit that she's done. Apparently.
No, it's not.
Yeah. Because, like, I mean, now at least, because everyone's talking about it. Like, she said something about, you talked about that, her quote unquote defending the Holocaust, which after looking at it, I don't think she was defending the Holocaust at all. And I know she's done other bad things in the past, but at the same time, it's like, why is everyone going at Ian? You know?
I know. Yeah.
That's what I don't get.
Okay, so here, I have a comment here.
Here, send it to me so I could show it.
Yeah, it's basically like listing all the things that Anisa has done. And I'm not even sure if these are, like, I don't know if this tweet is reliable. I don't know where this person got this information. It's just like this random, or not a tweet, it's a comment on a video.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not even sure how reliable these are, but apparently this is what she's done. So she's like a really evil person, I guess, to a lot of people. So she broke up with her ex-girlfriend after meeting Ian one time. Okay, maybe they just like fell in love. Maybe she had a bad relationship with the other guy. Like, you don't know the specifics. You know, it's like,
yeah, that's you're looking at that on the surface. Like, obviously on the surface it looks bad, but you don't know the situation.
Mm-hmm. She's still flirts with her ex-boyfriend. Okay, where's the proof? And if she does, that's weird. But like, what? How do you know that? Talked about how she wants to break up with Ian.
Well, I mean, okay, that argument is stupid because, like, literally every relationship ever, you get in a situation where you get so mad where you're like, I don't know if I can handle this anymore. I just don't think I could be with this person. Like, I'm telling you right now, every relationship, sometimes, I don't even think it's a real thought. Like, sometimes it's not even like you genuinely want to leave. It might just be you're just angry and you're just like, you know, expressing your emotions. You're just like, just fuck it. I'm just going to fucking leave. But you don't actually mean it, you know?
Right.
Like, I feel like that's just a dumb point to make.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everybody gets heated sometimes, says shit they don't mean, so that's kind of dumb. Insulted him on Discord about what a man-child he is. Yeah, I did see that. That was, but I forget what it was.
Did she say he's like immature or something?
She says something about him, being irresponsible and a man-child or something. That's kind of shitty. I don't know.
But at the same time, it's like the equivalent of the same thing. It's just maybe you're venting to your friends, you know?
Yeah, who knows? I mean, I to be fair, if my wife was saying that to some random people on Discord about me, I'd be pissed off about it. So I think that's something against her.
Yeah.
Like if she was if your significant other's talking shit about you to other people online, that's kind of weird. Like I don't think that's cool.
Yeah,
if you have
I
something,
agree.
like you should be open and honest with the person you're with, you know?
But like, okay, for example, my relationship, that wouldn't happen. And I'm sure your relationship, that wouldn't happen. But I feel like immature relationships or people who are dating and not necessarily married, that happens way often than not, where they talk behind each other's backs. But like, we, our relationships are different because like we're married and we have a really good relationship. But obviously, immature relationships or relationships that aren't very responsible, that happens way often than not,
Yeah. It's just so silly how the entire internet's turning into like this huge relationship council.
Like someone says, who the hell cares though? It's their relationship. And that's exactly our point. Is like, why is everyone getting so heated about this situation? And it's only because it's Ian. And I know Ian's subscribers are a bunch of edgy kids, which a lot of times are incels, and they have conservative views about women and how they should be and stuff,
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, we don't know anything about the relationship. He very much could be blindsided by her, and like he thinks that like he might be in love with her more than she's in love with him, but she's, she feels like she has to stay with him because he's famous, and it's like there could be so much other shit going on that we don't know. So I don't know. I just want to put that out there as
it is funny being in this situation though, like analyzing this shit. It's just so funny to think about that. Like people are so they care so much that we have to show them that they shouldn't care so much by caring so much about the situation.
I did see a comment. I don't know what it was exactly, but it was on our video of someone saying, "I hate that you guys took the
I
you
saw
guys
that.
shouldn't care bandwagon." They were saying like, "Oh, because iDubbbz is the one that spilled it out into the public, so he had it coming."
we both agreed he shouldn't have made the video.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much everyone agrees he shouldn't have made the video. And I watched Satosi's response, and even he said that. He's like, he admitted that he's like, yeah, it was just kind of just off a whim. I wasn't like going for him. It was just kind of just a meme. I saw it on Twitter and just kind of went.
Mm-hmm.
But and he's like, I don't really understand why he made a video. It just made the situation a lot more worse than it was already, Like, he could have just left it, just made another peanut video and moved on.
I do kind of agree, though. Once one person spills the stuff out online, it's fair game for everyone else to comment on it, you know?
That's true.
But definitely you shouldn't have, and I don't think this should have come public at all, ever. But anyway.
I also saw someone else say that they were mad at us for saying that if someone wants to put themselves online, like, in lewd form, then they might as well make money for it, and they got mad at us for saying that. And they said we're gross people for saying that, and I was really confused. It even had a lot of likes, and I was like, why? Like, what? You're just gonna put your butthole online and just for free? Why not make money for it? I don't understand.
The thing is, there's a market for it. If there's a market for it, you might as well sell it.
Yeah, that's just bad business, bro.
Yeah, it's just being
What,
smart.
you dumb?
I mean, I don't see how that's gross at all. Like
that's like the argument of people saying YouTubers shouldn't take sponsors. That's just like, oh, you want me to just not make money just to talk about something else for a minute?
Like if you have something of value that other people think is valuable, like I know it might be controversial whether or not like someone's body that they're born with is valuable or that they had enhanced with like surgeries or whatever, but still, if you have something that other people deem valuable enough to pay for it, then they're going to sell it and they're going to make money off of it. That's just the way the world works. I don't think that's gross, really. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, the one thing that does weird me out about the situation is she did claim that a sex worker would be her like last option, like when she ran out of things to do.
Oh yeah.
Which kind of stabs my opinion about how maybe she wanted to do it to make herself happy. Because she even said like that's like her last resort, and like when she ran out of things, which I really doubt that's even possible, because I'm sure Ian would have supported her with money if she went to college or if she did something else. So that's the only thing that's kind of like, is the fact that she said that's like a last resort kind of thing.
Right. Yeah, that's kind of weird. Like, if I feel like she might have just done that because she wasn't getting a lot of viewers on her stream. She felt like people didn't like her, so she wanted to take advantage of the people who liked the way she looked, I guess, which is a little strange. I mean, yeah, being in a relationship with someone who has a lot of money, that's nice, but we already spoke about this before, that you don't want to use their money because you feel guilty. And
I mean, because I mentioned that before, like in my relationship, like my wife wants to do something for herself. Like she always feels bad that like I'm paying for a lot of things, and so she works her ass off to do her own thing. People who are independent, who are strong people, they don't like just accepting handouts from other people, which is kind of what it feels like. Like I remember before I did YouTube, I was in the reverse situation. My wife made all the money, and she supported me. I felt awful. Like it was terrible. I had to work my ass off in order to, get to where I'm at today. And it's just the same situation. Like, people don't like accepting handouts. I mean, some people do, but
I do think it's kind of shitty that she was talking shit about these people and now she's doing the same thing. It is hypocritical.
I never understood why she even talked shit about those people, because let's be real, when she was on Twitch, she was basically a booby streamer.
Yeah, right.
I mean, like when she started her Twitch, she wore cat ears and had cleavage the whole stream.
Yeah.
So like, I don't really understand that argument.
Apparently she stole art multiple times. I don't know anything about this.
She stole the Mona Lisa.
She went to she literally
Dare
stole
I
art
say
from a
it?
museum.
Declaration of Independence. National treasure.
Yep. Anisa Cage. She's on the case. So yeah, if she did that, that's obviously bad. But I don't know anything about that, so we'll just skip it. Apparently, she body shamed people despite being body positive.
I just feel like Anisa in general is a very wish-washy person. She's very indecisive of a lot of things, and she takes strong stances on things when I feel like she doesn't know for sure if that's what she wants. You know what I mean? Yeah,
she'll just while streaming, she'll just throw whatever's on her mind out there, whether she really believes it or not. She just kind of throws it out there, and then she pays the consequences later.
I remember for a little bit she was semi-political, and then she bounced around different ideas, and it was just kind of all over the place, which some people are like that. They're not consistent with their beliefs. So that's another thing. Some people are hypocritical, but you can also say some people change a lot,
Yeah, I think she definitely
whatever fits the narrative. I mean, yeah, you could say that too. You could say she's changing her ideals in the idea of what's trendy or what's fitting her best stance right now. You know what I mean?
I just think she doesn't think before she says things. Whatever she's thinking, she's just spits it out there, and obviously it's kicking her ass right now, which is unfortunate for her, but I guess she had it coming. The Holocaust thing, people had an issue with that in our comments. They're saying how it's it's not true. This guy named Alfred in our comments, he said the Holocaust thing that Anisa said isn't even true, which makes it even worse in my opinion. By the way, the context for that comment was that someone asked if it was worth killing some kids so that thousands of kids would be alive to survive. She thinks that the Holocaust was worth the scientific discoveries that didn't even happen.
Okay, I'm just gonna say it. Maybe Anisa's just really stupid. I mean, just think about it. That sounds like the opinion of someone who has no fucking clue what they're talking about. You know what I mean? Maybe she just literally is just dumb and didn't realize that what she was saying was that stupid.
False, by the way. The Nazis did make advances in science.
To weigh those options on the fact that it was worth it.
I'm not saying it's worth it. I'm just saying.
No, I know, but I'm saying I feel like that's where that just sounds like she's just stupid. All right, let's watch.
Experimenting on 10 children to obtain a cure for thousands of kids' lives justified? That's a really hard question, and I think if people are being 100% honest, they'd give you a different answer than what you're expecting. As terrible as the Holocaust was, obviously it was horrendous, and how disgusting the doctor was that did the experiments on people. Gay people, handicaps, twins, I think that's, and obviously they were obviously Jewish, or they did it on Jewish people. They found a couple of really groundbreaking discoveries through that experimentation.
That's it.
Well, she didn't justify it then, right?
Yeah, that's it. That's what everyone's freaking out about. So that's just like a check mark off the list. That's kind of dumb.
Yeah.
But
so basically,
if
so what would you say if someone had to experiment on 10 kids to save thousands?
Well, the thing is I don't really innately think she said like the words that, yes, it's a good thing.
Yeah, she didn't even.
She just kind of said if people like, I think she hinted at it. Like she gave a little hint, you know.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Oh, you wouldn't like the answer. That's what she said.
Yeah, but I mean, to be fair, I have no knowledge of that situation, so I'm not going to give an answer to that because I don't know.
Yeah. But apparently, like, Nazis learned stuff about how X-rays can cause genetic damage and how smoking is bad for you, and like they found out a bunch of stuff because they were obviously trying to create like the perfect race, right? Like,
yeah,
they were like trying to make people as pure as possible, which is like kind of fucked up. And yeah, they did experiment on a shit ton of people. I mean, I haven't done like a lot of research on it, but there were medical advances, so this guy's wrong.
Yeah, Amy said porn is free and those women work harder. That is true. But I mean, if we move on from like Anisa, because like it's just kind of like, who cares? Like, I mean, Ian, for example, like there's nothing you got on him. There's no way you can attack Ian in this situation. I really don't foresee any reason that Ian is in the wrong here. Like the only thing that I've seen that people have any ammo is just Anisa as a person.
Well, no, there was that one thing that kind of made sense where he was talking shit about people who put out lazy content for money when Anisa's doing the same shit.
If you look at my opinions when I started my channel to now,
yeah,
I'd probably get exposed plenty of times. I had some dumb opinions. I remember I made a video when I was an early channel that I thought ironic humor was the worst thing in the world. I made a full video about it, and now irony is my only form of comedy because I'm not good at comedy.
If you're online enough and you say enough stuff online, you can definitely find stuff on anyone.
Once again, like we said in the first video, I feel like the whole thing is just a long story short. They're both their own person. Anisa can do what they want, or what she wants, and Ian, if Ian is not like an asshole who forces his girlfriend to not do things, he's just gonna let it happen, and he might have to bite his tongue. He might not love it, but yeah. And obviously, if everyone on the planet is attacking his girlfriend, like if everyone on the planet was attacking my wife, I definitely would make a video about it to stand up for her. So like, you can't really blame the guy for making a video.
What do you think about iDubbbz responding to like random people on Twitter, like
he's actually tweeted at people?
No, I meant
like
in
his video.
In his response, yeah, he was like talking shit about this kid who he has no idea who he is. I guess he was kind of memeing him.
I think his only flaw in his video was when he got to the Atozi part, because when he got to the Atozi part, he seemed very defensive.
Yeah,
he didn't really have points. It was just kind of like, fuck you, you know? I mean, that was it. I feel like the first part of the video was fine. I didn't really see anything wrong with it when he was talking about all the Twitter memes and stuff. Like, he even said, like, he doesn't care if people meme it. He just doesn't like when people, like, attack.
Surprisingly, I watched one of the new Drama Alert videos.
Oh, no.
I never watched Keemstar. He was reacting to a PewDiePie video, and PewDiePie said something like, similar to what we said in our first video on this. If it weren't iDubbbz, people wouldn't be reacting the same way. And Keemstar said, well, of course they would. But then he compared iDubbbz to other beloved YouTubers.
Yeah, that's different.
Yeah, people would react the same way if it was another beloved YouTuber. You know?
Yeah, definitely. Like if it was like, I don't know, like JonTron, or
if it was
Critical.
Like, if it was like PewDiePie or Critical, or I don't know, like any of these people, like
Video Game Donkey.
Yeah, like imagine if Drew Gooden's wife started an OnlyFans.
Yeah, like something like that.
It's fucking, that'd be weird, right?
If it was obviously someone who's like quote unquote well respected, then yes.
Yeah.
But we're talking about if it was someone else who isn't of that, who isn't that respected,
yeah,
or cherished, I guess. or idolized. Yeah, like if my wife did it, no one would give a shit. Like I'm saying, if my wife started an OnlyFans, like no one would bat an eye about it. Like no one would say anything, because I'm not like important in the terms of YouTube. You know, like I'm pretty much in the background when it comes. I'm like a spectator when it comes to YouTube.
You know that the little commentators would latch onto that shit and meme you though.
Good point, but like the little commentators are just a bunch of little gnats at this point.
Yeah, like the Nicholas Diorio crowd, they would hound you for that.
Dude,
shit,
that is like a cult.
Yeah.
It's a very, very small cult, but it's a cult. But yeah, I don't have too much else to say about it, to be honest.
I love when people say this shit. So we got a comment that said, honestly, you guys were just riding the fence in this video. So what's the point?
No,
It's
we
like,
weren't.
No, I'm just saying, like, I think we were more on the side of iDubbbz than we were, you know.
Yeah. That's stupid. Like, we literally full on made a giant point to stop caring and let them do what they want. How is that fence sitting?
Yeah.
Like, that is the complete opposite of fence sitting. If we weren't fencing, if we were fence sitting, we'd be like, I mean, iDubbbz, I mean, I don't know, they're kind of bad, but at the same time, I guess it's okay. But I don't know if really. No, iDubbbz is not. He's not in the wrong. That's it. Like that was our whole point. You idiots.
I hate this mentality. This whole if you're fence sitting, then your opinion doesn't matter.
Yeah, then you're not valid.
Do you know why? Because it makes sense to fence it somewhat, because you're gonna agree and disagree with certain sides of every opinion, right? Like,
yeah.
Like I'm not gonna be 100% on one side all the time. It makes no sense.
I feel like that just lacks, you know, individuality and respect to each side. If you don't have an inkling of you know, seeing it from both sides, you know what I mean? Seeing it from both spectrums.
I mean, there are people like Boogie, for instance, who will try and fence it to try and please everybody.
Yeah,
which I think is stupid.
Boogie just does that just so he could, you know, quote unquote, put the topic in his video, but not actually have to worry about anything.
You know, he does it just to please the people. He doesn't really have any real opinions, you know, which I think there's a problem with that. But fence sitting in itself is not a problem. People are going to fence it on everything a little bit. I think it's hard to come to put myself in that mindset of not caring of your when it comes to your significant other putting like.
I think he does care. I still think he does. I really don't think that he's like completely for it. I think I honestly cannot foresee anyone to completely not care about that, you know.
I don't know. I guess it just depends on your outlook and how secure you are with the other person. And
yeah, because some people like actually just don't care at all. I don't know how, but some people just don't care. But
yeah,
you know, I guess it's the mindset of like, sure, people can look, but they can't touch. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it does depend on how secure you are with yourself and the other person, and like, yeah.
Like for example, I'm like an insecure person, so I imagine if someone who is not insecure probably wouldn't care as much. You know what I mean? What could iDubbbz have done different to avoid this whole situation? Not made the video.
Yeah, he probably couldn't have avoided it. It was all Anisa, but yeah, not making the video would have made it a lot less severe.
Yeah, because honestly, there was only a handful of videos about it on YouTube. Like there was barely anything. Like Tozy was the biggest one to make a video about it. And then ever since he made the video, PewDiePie, Keemstar, like everybody's making a video on it. I'm sure Ethan's going to talk about it on his podcast.
Everybody is mad at Anisa, or at least most people just don't like his girlfriend. And they're standing up for Ian. They want him to break up with her and find someone better. And it's like all these people online, you don't know what their relationship is like. You know?
And a lot of people online are 12 years old.
It's like you see very, very small snippets of these things that she says. And obviously, like, I think she's just someone who spills the beans no matter what she's thinking. So maybe she's just like a very honest person, and
I guess you can say that.
And that bites her in the ass a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And maybe Ian likes that about her. Who knows? Maybe he doesn't care that she like talks shit about him.
Is it bad for me to not want my significant other doing OnlyFans but be okay with other people doing it? That's your life and that's their life. How long do you think it'll take for iDubbbz stuff to blow over? Obviously, it'll take longer because of how he talked about it. It depends on how he reacts. If he just never speaks of it again and moves on with his life, I'd give it a week. It won't take long at all. But yeah, if he keeps going.
I don't know, man. Like, no, if he ever criticizes anyone ever again.
I mean, there are those Cavoses around that latch on to something like this and make around 10 videos on it. So there's a possibility it could stick around longer. So
yeah, I would expect his comment section to be filled with simp, you know, if he ever like
good point.
criticizes someone.
I don't think it'll ever technically disappear, but it'll fade away.
And then we got this comment from someone who's just like, I could only get 9 minutes in. You guys are missing the point completely. But then didn't provide any other. Like,
dude,
what are we missing?
He's on a higher level, man. He's on a higher plane.
Okay.
We got to bow down, bro. I love those comments because you know they're just like a little kid. You have no idea the situation. You missed the whole point.
Oh my God.
I know iDubbbz personally.
This guy says, damn, I didn't know Elvis and Bacon were both simps too. The point is, she is your girlfriend, significant other, and you've allowed them to sell their body to the higher
Allowed. Payer. Oh my God. I have allowed you, wife. I have allowed you to do what you want with your life.
You have no free will. You'll answer to me.
What the hell? Fucking incels, dude. I swear to God. There's so many on YouTube comments, a bunch of incels. How dare you allow your significant other to do something they want?
This guy says, Lamau, guys, I like your content, but you don't understand the argument people are trying to make at all.
What argument? Like I hate people so much. There is no argument. The only argument is that people are saying Anisa's a bad person. It doesn't matter. That's not really an argument. Cool. Maybe she did some shitty things. What does that have to do with this?
Right. And it's just so weird how people are attacking iDubbbz. You know, when he might be a little bit hypocritical, and he made a few points that were like a little wishy-washy. He obviously should have spent more time on the video. People should spend less time attacking iDubbbz and more time spent like focusing on their own lives and their own relationships.
But at the same time, you got to think about like there's so many people who just focus on everyone else's life, especially YouTubers.
I get it though. This is entertainment. It's fun, you know. So like,
it makes a lot of people feel like they're a part of something.
Yeah.
Do you think this is Ian's fetish and he's just getting off to this whole thing? That'd be hilarious, dude. That'd be hilarious. Because there's no kink shaming around here. One of the people call it a simp when by definition he is not. If anything, he's a cuck, I guess. No, he's neither.
Yeah, he wouldn't be a cuck either. Yeah.
Like, he's not. This is what I don't get. She's selling pictures of her half naked. She's not showing full gaping asshole pics. She's not going around fucking a bunch of dudes.
Yeah.
Like, she's literally selling Instagram pictures. Like, you can literally get these pictures on Instagram. Like, you can go to Instagram, search for Instagram models, and get the exact same shit.
Right, exactly.
Except she's just getting money for it.
Yeah. I mean, you can say that's sleazy, and that's fair. You know, you can say what she's doing is sleazy because, you know, people, like most people, just if they like want to show their body, they'll do it just like on Instagram or whatever. But like, whatever, that's her decision. And if you have that opinion, that's fine. I just think it's just silly that people are taking it so personally.
My iDubbbz. Oh, did you see that picture? Of it was like it showed a picture of iDubbbz and it says I consent, and then a picture of Anisa and it says I consent, and then a bunch of pictures of incels and they says, well, I don't consent.
Some people have said that that iDubbbz was disrespecting sex workers before. Like, when? Like, I have yet to see anything.
Yeah, the only thing I can imagine him complaining about is like Twitch thoughts or something. Maybe.
Did he make a video on that?
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
But I can imagine him doing that. And even if he did, yeah, like there's still no argument there because he's complaining about girls going on a platform for gaming and content and using their boobies to simp to get a bunch of simps to donate to them. It's not chatterbait. It's not, you know.
It's kind of the same thing. Like, people are paying to see.
But the difference is OnlyFans is for that. Twitch is for games and
yeah.
content, but OnlyFans is
Right.
for that shit, you know? Which,
Yeah,
you know,
I don't
I
know.
would prefer her doing OnlyFans than going on Twitch and doing the same shit, you know?
So this guy says, no lie, I'm disappointed you guys hopped on the mind your business wagon. Are you forgetting he made a video on it? He's practically asking the internet to get involved in his relationship. On top of avoiding all the real reasons why people are actually mad at him and his girlfriend. The hypocrisy, for example. No one gives a crap about her selling mild nudes. Well, I don't think that's true. I think people do care.
That's not true at all. Yeah.
But I do agree with your first point that he made it public, so he had it coming now. Like beforehand,
Which is why
I think
I agree that he should not have done it in the first place.
Yeah. Beforehand, obviously, people shouldn't have been getting involved.
Yeah.
Before he made the video, but now that he's made the video, people have like every right to speak out about it.